What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael Flecha, and welcome to this. It's been a crazy night, as you can tell. I've been trying to get this thing all straightened out to make sure that nothing goes awry. And apparently, I tried to do a video previously, and unfortunately, things just did not work out. I don't know what happened. There was major technical issues. I don't know if it was my laptop. I don't know what went down, but unfortunately, I couldn't get the start of this on time as I was hoping for. Anthony Floyo and Michael Bullock were supposed to be doing this tonight, and they both went MIA. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with either one of these gentlemen. This is very unlike Anthony, especially Anthony Floyo. Um, but I think he has a very good reason. I'm not going to hold anything against him. It could be a family outing, could be things like everybody says. We all have personal lives outside of YouTube. We've all said that many, many times before. So, it happens. So hopefully they'll get to do a special video for you guys on Extreme Rules tomorrow night, or hopefully later tonight. And we will have the whole crew together tomorrow night for the big recap video that's going to be right here on this channel. But until then, I'm holding down the fort myself, and for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually going to give you guys my thoughts. This is just my thoughts only about the upcoming show that's going down tomorrow night, New Jersey, at the Prudential Center. And with that said, we got a very loaded card, to say the very least, so let's just dive right in. Tonight is actually going to be a pre-show fight. This is actually the kickoff show fight, and it's going to be Dolph Ziggler going one-on-one with Baron Corbin in a no disqualification match. Now, Corbin made his debut not too long ago in WWE and was the big winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. He won it back at WrestleMania, and the first night on Monday Night Raw, he went straight after Dolph Ziggler and basically tore him apart, basically left him laid out with the end of days right on the concrete floor outside the ring, and that was the impact hit that he made. Right after that, they've been going back and forth for the last few weeks. Well, now here we go, possibly a major blow-off angle between these two men, between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. A lot of people's talked about how Baron Corbin has made quite an impact, on WWE, and especially in the NXT realm, how he just dominated right out of the gate and just did what he had to do and opened a major can. So now he goes up against Dolph Ziggler. I kind of feel like this could be a good, solid fight. I don't know how the no DQ element is going to be brought in. What are they going to bring to the table with the no DQ element, because of the fact that, anything goes in a no DQ. Chairs, weapons are definitely allowed in this. How is that going to play? Really, more than anything else. And I just sense that when it's all said and done, I think Baron Corbin's going to win this match. I think they're going to want to keep Corbin strong, give him at least a really good push, especially because this is really his first major pay-per-view since WrestleMania, and I really think this is a great opportunity for him to really shine in the WWE spotlight, and hopefully he gets a big win. I know some people's pulling for Dolph Ziggler. I think Corbin would be the better victor in this battle, so let's see what happens there. So next up, what could be the first fight of the night, I don't know for sure, but it's Kalisto going one-on-one with Rusev for the United States Heavyweight Championship. I was thinking a lot of scenarios how this could play out. Unfortunately, Kalisto's run as the U.S. champion hasn't really been that great, to be very honest with you. And I kind of feel like ever since the implosion of the League of Nations, I kind of sense that Rusev would be a better champion than Kalisto, because of the fact that if Rusev wins this belt, I think this would parlay him to a possible rivalry with Alberto Del Rio. I think this could also lead him into a rivalry with Sheamus, because I think the jealousy factor will start to rear its ugly head because, hey, wait a minute, we were a faction, we were a group, and look at me, I'm now a champion. Where you, so that would also make him. He would say, well, he was the strongest link of the League of Nations, and what about you two? See something in that vicinity, that perimeter, where after that happens, that could easily lead to a nice little rivalry, a nice little showdown in the very near future with definitely these three men. Could that lead to a rivalry that would culminate at SummerSlam for a triple threat for the U.S. title? I mean, possible. I don't know what they're going to do in this instant, but I really feel like to have Kalisto walk out of here with the champion would be a major disservice. And I kind of feel like, since I'm going to say this, and I might offend a few people here, but I think the worst thing that happened was for Kalisto to win the United States Championship. Because after John Cena was the champion, I really felt like Cena brought the belt to some prominence, some legitimacy for a while. I thought doing the John Cena Open challenges for the United States Championship was, it gave an opportunity for a number of guys to get the belt. And I really think I would like to see that come back. I think that would be more better. For some odd reason, they went away with that. And now you have Kalisto with the belt. And don't get me wrong, I love Kalisto. I love the story that he did. You know, his rise up the ranks in WWE has been amazing. But the problem is I kind of don't feel anything about him being the United States champion. And I kind of feel like WWE kind of missed an opportunity. I think Ryback should have won the belt at WrestleMania. Even though I know Ryback has had a little bit of some flack now for WWE. And let's be realistic, he's looking to get released. He's looking to get fired from WWE. I think he wants out in the worst possible way. He's trying to, in his power, to get out of WWE. And quite frankly, I don't blame him. I mean, we just heard news about Cody Rhodes asking for his release earlier today. So we know it's definitely in the water. Something is definitely up. We just don't know how it's going to play out long term. I think that's the best way to describe this situation. How would this react? How is this going to play out in the long term? I think that's going to be being answered, and hopefully that will be answered soon enough. But for me, I say Rusev wins the belt. He deserves to be the champion again. I think there will be some better storylines coming out if Rusev does walk away with the title. So, my personal opinions alone. Next up is going to be the New Day versus the Vaudevillains for the WWE Tag Team Championship. I think New Days is going to win the belt. I think Vaudevillains are just too new. I don't think they're going to get the mega push just yet. And even though I think what happened month at Payback was such a freak thing because of the fact that the Vaudevillains were fighting Enzo and Big Cass, and Enzo basically suffered a major concussion. I mean, he took a header. He tried to do a slide. His head bounced off the mat, ricocheted right out of the ring, and it was such a scary sight. I mean, people really were fearing the worst for Enzo Amore, but luckily for all of us, he did not get severely hurt, which was a major, at least it was for us, we could breathe a lot more easier. I know a lot of fans were really freaked out over that scene and that moment. And don't get me wrong, I was even freaked out. I kind of was fearing the worst, Moray, but we're glad that he's okay. But the Vaudevillains, Simon Goff and Aiden English actually benefited from that, because next night they announced that the Vaudevillains were awarded the number one contender spot for the WWE Tag Team Championship. I kind of feel like this is not the time for the New Day to lose the belts, even though I know a lot of people are like, when are they going to lose the belts? When are they going to lose the belts? It's not yet. Not yet. I think they're going to keep the belts. I think they'll successfully defend the titles here. Would I be shocked if the Vaudevillains wins? I mean, in a way, no. But like I said, I don't think they're ready yet to be tag team champions, at least in my eyes. To the next fight, which is going to be a tornado tag team match. The Usos versus Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Okay, guys, this is turned into one heck of a rivalry because of the fact that you have the Bloodline, the Club. And these are basically two groups that's been going at it. We'll talk about the main event a little bit later on because we got a lot to talk about for the main event. I think Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows is going to get the win here. They're going to have the momentum. They're going to have the fan base because I think the fans are definitely not going to be on the side of the Usos. I think Anderson and Gallows will definitely get the lion's share of the IWC, and because of the fact of their great success in New Japan Pro Wrestling, being 3-time IWGP World Tag Team Champions, I think this will definitely be one of those great matches. And when it's a tornado tag, basically all members are going to be inside the ring at the exact same time. So this makes it even more unpredictable because of the fact that now there's no tags. You're going to have both guys fighting up and down this building, and it is basically a standard tag team fight, just two men battling it out. Or just going to be throwing and going nuts in this building, and I think it's going to be one heck of a fight. It's definitely what could be one of the top fights of the night for me, at least in my eyes. So we're just going to dive right to the next fight, which is going to be Dean Ambrose one-on-one with Chris Jericho in an Asylum match. Okay. People are wondering, what is this Asylum match about? What is this going to be? Okay. So basically, you got a 15-foot high steel cage, and basically there's, I want to say like a second tier. It's about 5 feet high. And in that second tier is basically a whole bunch of other things. Basically, you got to climb up, grab a weapon from wherever that, from that tier. You can bring it down, and that can be used as a legal weapon. And in an Asylum match, it's basically anything goes. I don't know if you can win by escape or if it's just traditional pinfall or submission. But whatever the case may be, this is going to be an interesting fight, and this could be the blow-off of the series because of the fact that Jericho and Ambrose have been going at it for a little while now. And I think this has gotten really ugly because of the fact that Jericho was really ticked off at Ambrose after he destroyed his $15,000 jacket that was, I guess, custom made. But if you remember, Chris Jericho threw the fuel to the fire when he was the first man to retaliate and basically took the potted plant of Dean Ambrose, which he named Mitch, and basically broke Mitch upside Dean Ambrose's head after basically Stephanie McMahon said, well, the Ambrose Asylum has been canceled. And basically this led to a major brouhaha. So now here we go. These two men are going to settle it in a cage in the Asylum. My God, what a fight this could be. I hope they do the right thing and let this go. I wonder how, like I said, once the weapons come into play, there's going to be a lot of fun with this fight. I think it's going to be more, because I was thinking, this is going to be a traditional steel cage fight. Oh, no. They upped the ante a little bit. I just think this is going to be a really good match. I'm going with Dean Ambrose for the victory in that match. So next up we have is for the Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 4-way. It's the champion, The Miz, putting the title on the line against Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. This could be really interesting. Of course, The Miz was the champion. Um, he won the belt the night after WrestleMania after he basically um, goaded Zack Ryder into the title fight. And basically, thanks to a little help from Maryse, who made her return to WWE, she helped her husband, The Miz, win the belt. And he's been champion ever since. And he's been kind of trying to play, like he's the best thing out there. Cesaro and The Miz has had quite a little bit of a rivalry. And then everybody knows the rivalry between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I mean, these two guys have been, you want to talk about death fight. I mean, this has been unbelievable. These two guys been basically trying to kill each other for a little while now. So why not let all four men go at it? They've been interacting for the last couple of weeks now. So fatal four-way for the belt. Who wins it? I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about Kevin Owens getting a mega push very soon. So I don't think Owens is gonna get the Intercontinental title. I think they might be grooming him for a main event push and possibly for him to be a contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So I don't think it's gonna be him. Zayn win the belt? I mean, there was some rumors about Zayn winning the title at WrestleMania, and it didn't happen. So I mean, he definitely is in the mix. Cesaro could easily walk away with the belt too. I mean, Cesaro's been right there for a little while, but because of the fact that I think Maryse is going to have a little say in this fight, I'm sorry to say, but I believe The Miz will walk out of here and successfully defend the Intercontinental Championship. Whatever the case may be, it's going to be a great match. I can't wait to see this go down tomorrow night. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Next up, we're going to have is Charlotte versus Natalya in a submission match for the WWE Women's title. Flair has been barred from ringside. And if Ric Flair does interfere at any point in this fight, then Charlotte loses the belt. The way I see this is this would be the moment where we're thinking Natalya's probably going to win the belt. Unfortunately, I don't believe it's going to happen. I think Charlotte will win the match. The reason why I'm saying this is because I think it's going to be another crooked finish because of the fact that I think Charles Robinson be the official referee. I think he will have a say in the outcome of the fight. With Ric Flair barred from ringside, they got to make it a way where Charlotte by submission. So either she puts the figure 8 in, or I could see another Montreal screw job rear its ugly head again, which I know is going to set Anthony Florio and Mike Bullock and even maybe Derek Ferrera ablaze of fire. But I truly believe that it will be a screwy finish in order for this to continue. Even though now I'm hearing rumors about possibly Paige possibly being the next contender for the belt if does indeed lose tomorrow night, which I think she will. I think Charlotte is definitely going to keep the belt for a little while longer. Plus, there's even some backstage stuff going on, which I can't really get into. We'll get into that in the Wrestling Forum on Monday night. That will lead to a storyline where I believe Paige and Charlotte will go at it because of the fact of one has gotten involved. But we'll get into that, like I said, another day, possibly Monday night. And for this show, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles Extreme Rules match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Going into the fight, I was thinking maybe this was going to be AJ Styles' moment and he's probably going to win the belt. Kind of sense now that with the rumors of certain guys coming back for WWE it very soon, I kind of feel like Roman Reigns is going to win this belt, is going to win the match and keep the belt. You expect a lot of interference from the club and the bloodline. I think you're going to see some total chaos in this fight. This I don't know if this is going to be fight of the night, but it is definitely going to be a thrilling match. This is going to be a great main event for Extreme Rules. But like I said, at the end of the day, I do believe Roman Reigns will win this match. He'll successfully defend the title. He will still be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion when this is all said and done. So that's it, guys. That's my thoughts. That's my predictions for Rules. And like I said, tomorrow night is our recap video that's going to be right here on Brace Fan 95. So what I want you guys to do is leave a comment on the bottom of this page. Give me your predictions for tomorrow night's Extreme Rules. Who do you have winning these matches? Please subscribe to my channel, Brace Fan 95. Like this video, leave a comment, share this with all your friends. World IWC, I love you guys. And until then, for tomorrow night, I am Mike Flecha. You know the routine. Love the Ham Hounds. I am out. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.